It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
What a hot reaction. Hey, previously on Tales from the Cosmic Well, Viv,
That was
Clyde, and
sick.
Tassels returned to the settlement after saving the captured guards of Belnora from the clutches of the Reavers. Once home, the heroes finally caught up on rest, and each of them had a moment to reflect on the moments that brought them to their current situation. Tassels looked back on learning spells from his mentor Thaddeus and was reminded of how far he's come as a wizard. He also picked up some new spells from his studies and was approached by Ayla to teach the guards of the settlement battle magic. Clyde awoke in a startling way. By learning of his new ability to view the world through the eyes of his sugar glider Sherman, he then beat the crew's new friend Tan in a test of dexterity, earning a few stealth lessons as reward. Vivian relived a strange moment of his history in a dream. He beat his older brother in a wrestling match to become betrothed to the princess of his village. Upon waking up, Vivian went on a walk with his otter friend Dob, who let him in on more of the boons of his budding power. With his newfound ability, Viv summoned a large pack of mules, utterly baffling the folks of the settlement. At the end of a day of reminiscing and self-improvement, the three boys reunited to turn in their tokens at the Spice of Life, the mystery surrounding this beloved shack deepening before the boys received individual wacky rewards. The dawn brought new excitement. This is where we are now, as the people of the settlement were surprised by a new envoy bearing the sigil of a Dorvish family called the Mudslingers, Vivian's clan from another life. Vivian.
Yes.
Vivian, the sight of your family's crest, the pride of the Mudslingers, brings back the memory of leaving the clan behind. In the golden hour, some 8 years ago, you're alone with your father, Bertram, in his reception room. The large oaken double doors are barred shut. Not even your brother, Darren, has been granted access to this meeting. So, Garen, your first action as the new champion of the Mudslingers is to run away, eh? Chase this myth and leave your responsibilities behind?
Yeah, I guess so. Just seems like a good idea.
Speak up, boy.
This is
No champion and
this is
son of
about as
mine will
loud
be
as we
so quick.
go. This is about as loud as we go. I promise. I told you this 1,000 times, Papa.
We're gonna have to keep working on your projection, boy. Like you're in there's a theater, and well, let's get back to the matter at hand here. What is it that you're what is it that you're looking to find out there in the world?
Listen, if we find this Earth Splitter, then I believe that we can be the dominant clan in these parts, in these hills.
Yes, this Earth Splitter. Word in front of me, and I could see it with my own eyes. That would be something. Aye. But the writings are vague, and you would take a ship of ours to Halwell on some fool's errand?
Yeah, seems you can trust me. I beat Darren. I'm here. Darren's not. You know, pretty
You can trust
pretty
me.
all right.
Your father walks, kind of paces about his reception room. You see his like big, like the throne essentially that he sits on and speaks with the people from.
Hmm.
He's kind of just using it as like he's just like walking around it. And he finally stops, and you kind of hear him mumble under his breath. Give me,
Subterfuge.
just give me a quick perception check. See if
Yeah.
you can make out what he's saying.
Oh yeah, big time. The math there is 25.
You hear him mumble, should have been Darren. Can't believe it. Should have been my real boy.
Classic dads. Am
I'm
I right?
I'm unfazed because I
Yeah, I
hate
mean
I
this is
hate
not
him too.
yeah, it's not news to you. So finally he gathers himself and he says, "All right, get out of my sight. Get out of here. Go do whatever it is you must do, and don't take too long. This wedding needs to happen, or there's going to be some problems.
All right, sounds good. See you sometime.
Isolde waits for you, boy. Do
Wait.
your responsibility."
Okay.
Oh.
Uh, as you're walking out of the room, you see you open the door. You have to like struggle with the the heavy bar, and outside the door, Isolde is kind of surprised by the door opening. You can tell she like absolutely had her ear to the door trying to hear what's going on, and she pretends that she wasn't. She says, "Oh, you're leaving, hmm?"
Yeah, I just gotta go get a pack of smokes. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
You're going to find you're going to try and find this Earth Splitter thing
It's
everyone's talking about.
a secret mission, and if I tell you any more right now, I'd have to kill you.
You just like move along quickly, shuffling. She just is.
That was mostly even
Completely.
quieter, just kind of mumbling to myself, not even really talking to her.
Yeah. You leave her behind. She just looks completely flabbergasted, and you go on your own. You leave. You get on a horse. You take it to the river, and you take a boat, and you go across the ocean to another continent, and that's kind of it. Brings you to where you are now. The morning air is a bit chilly in the late summer here, as the whispers of fall bite at all of your skin. The three of you see the good folks of the settlement gathering around the arrival of the Mudslinger party. You guys notice that Vivian is a little pale this morning. The people are chattering and gawking at the first legitimate visitors to the new the first legitimate visitors to this new establishment on the trade route. You watch 4 dwarven knights dismount from their war horses and follow Captain Ayla into the guard post. Alongside the knights, you see that a large company of reinforcements have finally arrived from Belnora. There are about 25 guards that you guys haven't seen before that kind of followed the knights on the road and joined the ranks, so to speak.
These are all dwarves.
The guards are all people from Belnora. They're all just like
Cool.
humans, dwarves, halflings, gnomes, elves.
I'm so glad you showed up. We, of course, have solved most of the issues of this area, and we also saved your town, I'm pretty sure, before that.
Tassles, who are you talking to?
You are just kind of speaking to the air.
He's practicing. Let him go.
Oh,
We've got to iron this out.
Hey, while he's
Keep
doing
going.
this,
You're on a roll, buddy. You get him.
I guess I thought I was addressing the party that just arrived.
There's like 20 something people, but they're surrounded by all the people of the settlement. So there you have an audience of like 60 people, give or take. So if you'd like to speak up,
Tassels,
you
do
could.
you need everyone's attention?
No, that's fine. I'll just tell this guy. And I point to the closest. I point to the closest person.
Great. You see a guard who is already here, one of the guys you sparred with.
Oh, you look like you're doing fine, actually. Great job out there.
Good to see you, Tassels.
Thank you.
So you guys are kind of just the activity is dying down a little bit. Now that the dwarves are inside the guard post, people have started kind of going about their business again. But the sigil, like on this big flag, has been planted in the ground next to the guard post, so it still hangs and flaps around in the breeze.
They're bringing a flag and they're planting it, not in a possessive way, like they're taking over, just like that's their flag that they have with them.
Yep, they've put it in the ground to kind of hold it out there so that they don't have to bring it inside the guard post with them.
It's a bold statement. Roll into a town to start planting flags. You know what I'm saying? Some might read into that. What do you say we go meet these guys and see what their deal is? What do you say, fellers?
I think
I
I
don't
might.
wanna.
I might hang back.
You're gonna hang back.
Yeah, they didn't look so good. They didn't look like nice guys. And,
You don't
I'm
think
just gonna
so?
Hang back.
All right. Well, I won't push you on this, but that seems mysterious.
Can I get a quick history check from you, Viv?
Yeah. 16.
Okay, you do recognize one of the dwarven knights was in white armor, had a white helm. You recognize him as Sir Headley Stormsong Mudslinger. He's basically he's the captain of the guard in your hometown where the
That's a
Mudslingers are
sick
from.
name, James. That's a dope name.
Yeah.
I
Headley
appreciate that.
Stormsong Mudslinger. Yes.
Yeah, the way that it works is that the Mudslinger is a clan name, so they're not all related, but there's all these different families, and the head of each household has like a given title that they earn. So in order to be a head of household, you have to earn a title.
So are all heads named Headley?
No, Headley's his first name.
I
Stormsong
got it.
is his given title.
Could I pull Clyde and Tassles off to my tent? It's like, hey guys, can we
Yes.
talk over here? If
Yep.
they follow, okay. Just
Yes.
like
I imagine
yes,
that they
I'm
do.
going to my tent, like, so I don't know how far off we need to go.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want to go talk to them after embarrassing myself in front of the entire.
Well, just one guy. It's just one guy.
No one noticed.
Yeah, I saunter up.
Hey
Well, yeah.
guys, listen. These people are. I am of their clan, and I would rather not be recognized. All
These
right.
people are from Belnora.
The guards
The-
are, but the
yeah.
dwarves are from my hometown.
Oh,
And I ran away from there a long time ago, and I would just prefer not to be recognized.
Why do you think they're here now?
I couldn't tell you exactly.
You want me to go in there and poke around a little bit for you, Viv? I'd
If-
be happy to. I
If
really
you-
would.
If you could, I would just prefer if they wouldn't stick around long, because I would not like to be discovered.
Well,
No-
listen,
nothing-
I can
nothing terrible.
certainly.
I'm a clean young man. You know that. We're friends. We've traveled.
I would love to get in there and just kind of root around and see what we can learn. Does that sound okay, Viv?
Yeah, tell you what, I could probably help you out there. And I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Hey, I've got 2 words for you, Viv. You ready for me? You there? You ready?
Yeah. Sup?
Subterfuge, baby.
Subterfuge.
Let's go.
Great. Give me a stealth roll there, Clyde. Your first big one.
So yeah, what am I look? So I'm leaving his tent, and I'm just gonna like sneak my way into the dwarf tent.
I think the idea is that similar to the way that you learned how to stealth from Tan, you're going to
Mhm.
use kind of the environment around you. You'll use some guards moving from one place. You can
But
nobody
like, are they
questions
in?
your-
I guess my question is, are they in a tent that I'm trying to sneak into, or because they don't know me, is there anything wrong with me kind of just like walking near them and trying to overhear? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're inside the guard post,
Mhm.
which is kind of like a big. It's a newer building. It's one of the bigger buildings in the settlement, and it's where the guards kind of all go.
So I think what I'd like to do, rather than like straight up like hiding behind a barrel, for example, would it be possible to like, almost hide in plain sight, in that I want to look nonchalant, like slip in?
That's yeah. I would recommend it. In fact, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
I've got a barrel.
Okay. Well, if you could give me that barrel, that might improve my roll in some way. Okay, so let's see, +7 is gonna bring me to 12, but plus the extra 10 would be 22.
Yeah, that's more than enough. People aren't. I mean, the nice thing is that you, Clyde, are amongst friends here at the settlement. Nobody is
Mhm.
kind of expecting you or suspecting you of anything. Like so you
I
can
just
kind
want
of
to walk up there with like hands in my pockets, just short of whistling. I just want to seem, inconspicuous here.
Yeah,
cash.
you sidle up to the guard post and you can kind of overhear the conversation happening, and you hear this guy in the white armor. I don't believe that Vivian shared his name with you, so this
Mm-mm.
guy in the white armor, you hear him saying, "My knights and I are here on rumors that the son of Chieftain Bertram Hillbreaker Mudslinger might have been through here within the past few weeks. Someone at Garrett's Gate mentioned his likeness and sent word to us that he aided several others in liberating the whole city. Please, if you have any information about Garen Mudslinger, we just want his safe return to our village." And Ayla says, "Well, I'd love to help you, but I don't know anybody by that name." And frankly, I can help you ask questions of the other people in the settlement, but I would know if somebody by that name was here for sure. That's my job. And he says, I see. Well, perhaps we'll make our rounds and ask questions. She says, there are these 3 heroes that have been doing a lot of good for our settlement. We have Vivian French, Clyde Wonderspice, and Tassles, last name unknown. These 3 guys have been incredibly helpful, and they're the people who helped in Garrett's Gate. If I bring you to them, that might fill some.
At this point, I slip out and I beeline back to old Viv.
Great. Yeah, you guys are at Viv's tent again.
Okay. Viv, I got to lay this down for you real quick, and then I got to intercept them.
Sure.
They're your clan. They heard rumors that you were here, and they're investigating, specifically looking for you. Ayla stepped in, trying to be helpful, said she was going to lead them directly to us because we are helpful. She doesn't know that it's you. I think you should get scared.
All along that we should be less helpful.
I'm saying that by being helpful, we've now become inextricably tied to a hairy situation with your ex-clan.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, I should go and casually, nonchalantly run into Ayla on the streets and stall. And then you do whatever you need to do.
But here's
and I get 3 perception checks from you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
17.
Okay. It's gonna be a 14.
So Viv and Clyde, you notice that the sounds of armor are moving towards your tent, Viv. There's no way to.
I freak out. I wild shape into a cat.
And I do I chase the cat like it's a silly game and say that we're busy?
There's like a wrap on the outside of the tent.
I
they're here already.
would like to intercept at this point and scoop up my 2 very small friends and throw my rope into the air.
Oh, yeah, boy.
And I say,
Why? Yeah.
Can I get a quick perception on whether Tom's bag of holding is at his side? Clyde's bag of holding?
Clyde, do you have your bag of holding?
I mean, absolutely. I didn't really specify if it was like on my belt, but I guess roll a perception maybe, Mike. I don't know. Whatever you think, James.
I mean,
I certainly
usually has it.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me just a oh God.
It's not something I would leave laying around,
I know that you have it, but how out on your person is it? Is the question.
Yikes.
It's a backpack.
It's a backpack.
So it's on my back. Great.
I'll tell you
more
that
pouch-like, but you're right.
With a 2, I don't think
I'm not gonna get it off him.
You just don't register that it's a backpack.
Okay. Okay. Is there any way at this point when I realize I'm not gonna get it off him to just bring the cat with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what
I
will
drop
happen.
Clyde and I bring the cat.
I, however,
with me.
don't. So what's happening? Can you describe what's happening for me?
I just scooped the cat and you into my arms as I tossed my rope into the air and a hatch opened to an alternate dimension.
He cast rope trick.
Yeah.
And as I was holding you, I realized that the bag of holding wasn't going to come off, and so I threw you to the ground.
Can I roll like a reflex? Because I would. To try and tumble and be like, what is happening?
Just give me a dex save.
Okay, probably fine.
Yeah.
That's +6.
I will give you
that's +7 now.
Nice.
Yes,
25.
So 25.
I'll give you the choice whether or not you were even scooped to begin with.
Okay, fair.
I think I would have been scooped because I'm not expecting it. It's not a matter of how nimble. It's just I was flat-footed, right? So I think I was scooped. However, when I was thrown to the ground, I think I reacted with a tumble, and
the flap opens, Your friends have vanished, and Clyde, you're just alone in Vivian's
I've pulled the
tent.
rope up with me. Just
Right,
so you
Oh,
know.
right.
damn. So they're just gone in a blink of an eye.
And Ayla opens the flap and she says, "Oh, Clyde, what are you doing in Viv's tent?"
Man, I don't want to like start pointing fingers, but kind of intrusive when you say, Ayla, here I am. Could be doing anything behind closed tent doors. And you just come walking in. I don't walk into your private tent, Ayla, all due respect.
I mean, you have, but we'll put that aside for now. And I'll say that I take your point.
But yeah, great to see you. How can I help you today?
Clyde, this is Sir Headley. He is from the Mudslinger clan across the seas in Porth. He's looking for somebody, and apparently this guy was rolling with you in
Excuse-
Garrett's Gate.
Well, could you describe him? Because usually I'm kind of a lone wanderer. Clyde Wonderspice #1, baby.
Headley steps forward. He says, "Yes, I can describe him. He was of average height and build. He was quite quiet. He had a big, full, beautiful beard of some kind of reddish copper color. It's been a long time. It's been 8 years since I've seen the boy, and I'm sure he's grown up a lot since the last time I saw him. But
Well, I can't say any of that's ringing a bell. However, I've seen a lot of people in the last city before we came here to create the settlement. It's possible I was schmoozing with him at a bar, and unbeknownst to me, this was your guy. But I can't tell you, with all honesty, that I know any dwarves with a big, beautiful copper red beard. I just don't.
rats. Oh, speaking of rats, he was very partial to. He had an affinity for small animals and other types of creatures. He was good with animals. Does that perhaps ring any bells?
I would like to roll a perception to see where Sherman might be right now. Is he on my shoulder?
He's just always, he's always with you, unless you send him off.
I mean, I've got my buddy Sherman here, and a lot of people talk to me about how cute he is. And there were definitely a few people in the last town we were in that commented on the adorable nature of my pet friend and compatriot Sherman. Again, I don't know if I can be helpful to you here. I wish I could.
Quickly cut to Tassles and Viv.
I'm holding the cat, like just stroking that cat. I wish Rupert was here.
Yeah, I will. I enjoy a good pet.
Once you get in that, cats say they don't want it.
Yeah,
then,
no, but then we're there. I'll snuggle up to Tassels and take a nice pet.
Back to Clyde.
Great.
So this guy says, "Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
I'll tell you what,
like
though,
to speak
before I
with you."
leave you,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt and jump in,
No, please.
but I'm a world-class tracker. Maybe I could help you find your guy on the side, and let's just say I do. Is there a reward for finding this character?
We would be willing to give 5,000 gold pieces to the man or woman who tracks down our friend Garen Mudslinger.
And he's your friend, right? Or are you hunting down? Is this a bounty on this guy?
We need his help quite desperately. We are in. He looks around, makes sure no one is listening. We are in very dire straits.
Well, Sir Headley, if you could spell it all out for me, I might be willing to take on a contract to try and find this missing friend of yours, but I'm going to need to know everything about, why you need him. What is your situation? How dire are we talking? And what timeline am I looking at?
There's a lot that I can't speak of, but I will tell you he is of royal blood, and we need his help solving a problem with his father. Anything else, I'm not at liberty to talk to anyone but Garen about. But I will tell you that we are on a pretty tight timeline, so to speak.
Well, I'll see what I can do. I'd have to retrace my steps and start asking a lot of questions, but maybe he'll turn up.
Great. We'll have to question Vivian French and Tassles, last name unknown. We will have to speak with them before we move on. If you find your friends, please send them our way. We would like to have a word. And he turns military style, just like on a dime, and then just walks out.
Okay.
And Ayla says, sorry for barging in. and she follows him.
Is there any chance I could try to snag Ayla's attention before she
Yeah.
leaves? Ayla,
Yeah,
if I could have a word in private, if that's not too much to ask.
Yes, Sir Headley, one moment. She like comes in the tent, closes the flap. They're here somewhere, aren't they?
I mean, that's possible. It depends on your judgment of this man, Sir Headley's character.
Look, maybe it's because he's a military man. Maybe it's because I have kind of a we share a lot in common as far as the way we operate, the way we speak.
And this is a gut reaction assessment of his
this
character.
Don't hold me to it, but
Mm-hmm.
he seems like he's telling the truth. He seems to me like he's just a man who needs help with something.
Mm-hmm.
And if one of you knows where to find this kid, this prince, or whatever, maybe we help him. I don't know. It's what you guys tend to do.
That is true. And, I'm sorry that I was so defensive when you walked in here, but I'm going to need to maybe speak to my compatriots before we head to meet this Sir Headley. He seems like a nice guy and all, but unless this is like a summoning against, our will, like by force, if we're going to be taken before him, I need to make sure that my friends are cool with that before I tell anything about them. Is that understood?
I don't think you have to do anything you don't want to do.
And that's what I love about you, Ayla. You're number one in my book.
Look, you three, I owe you quite a bit. I'm certainly not going to throw you to the wolves. If you decide you don't want to talk to this guy, I'll tell him to get lost.
I appreciate that, Ayla. Thank you.
Now I have to go pretend I don't know where they are.
Well, to be fair, you don't know where they are. Have a great afternoon.
She walks out. She just points up before she. Just a guess.
What is that guess based on?
Clyde and Viv and Tassels. You guys are. It's been about 5 minutes.
I'm taking a nap in Tassels' arms.
I've got to open the flap so now Clyde can see us.
Yeah.
Should we come down and talk?
I mean, I think you're safe to. That was a real whirlwind for me, Tassels. But yeah, come on down.
Listen, Clyde, I wouldn't spring anything on you that I didn't think you could handle.
I mean, I should have been, maybe I should have saw it coming. The physical wizard that you were. I've seen a lot of spells lately and not a lot of physicality. And there it came in a short, abrupt burst.
Sometimes it really bursts forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, come on down. Yeah, we're okay.
Okay. All right. I climb down with the cat under my arm and I put our friend down on the table.
I'll shift back.
So here's about the size of it, Viv.
I guess I should have put you on the ground then.
Well, if I'm on the table, I'm now standing on the table.
That's
So
right.
I'll now sit on the table
Okay.
with my little stubby legs dangling.
Yeah.
I would like to, I guess, relay everything that happened
Okay.
or that we talked about.
Yeah.
With these fellers.
I mean, we could just technically speaking about the space in the rope trick is we can hear what goes on below us.
Oh, I didn't know
can?
that.
I thought you
That's
were in
good
like
to know.
another dimension and you just had no awareness to this plane.
I thought that was
No,
true
we
too.
can see down through it, and I'm pretty sure we can hear too.
Well, that's
incredible.
excellent.
We may only be able to see down through it actually, but
He's a physical wizard.
Okay, so we can see out of it as if through a 3-foot by 5-foot window centered where the rope was.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't say specifically whether or not we can hear something. So
Either way, Clyde's
sorry,
gonna
sorry,
relay
sorry.
it all right.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
don't apologize.
I'm gonna relay, and then I'm gonna follow up with. And lastly, I had a few words with Captain Ayla. Now, she has been a good judge of character in the past. That being said, the only thing, I mean, I don't know if you know this Sir Headley guy. Maybe you can vouch for his character, but, you know, he just seemed very military to me, and Ayla just decided to immediately trust him
James,
based on that.
Yeah,
With
what do I
your
know?
history check,
Yeah.
you basically, he was like, you didn't really have a dad. Like your father, the king, was like extremely distant from you. He put all of his attention into Darren, trying to make him the champion of your clan and make him the future king.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of your training and a lot of the things that you learn come from Sir Headley and a couple of other knights like him. But even those, I mean, like what you know about him, he seems like a pretty good man.
Sure.
Like he seems like he's very basic. He follows orders. He's not very like exciting. And the other knights like him didn't understand you. And it's not like they treated you much better than the other people in your town, but they also treated you with the respect deserved by your station.
Yeah, but if I guess based off what they're saying, I don't know what
I mean,
would
yeah,
need to
long
roll
story
to
short,
see.
your dad is in danger potentially,
Yeah.
according to this guy.
I didn't want to go back there. I much prefer Dob and you guys' company, but if family is in danger, maybe we need to check that out.
Let's get in there and save the day.
If you could believe it, you know, remember when you first met me? I've gained at least 9.5 decibels in my overall volume since then.
That's right. And I just want to say something to you, Viv, that if there is ever a situation going into this where you do feel threatened by this return to your past life, we can pull the plug and escape. Between the three of us,
We'll get the hell out.
let
of
me
there.
just say this: bigger dummies than us have escaped a couple of dwarven guards.
Kind of got racial at the end there, but
Sorry.
you know.
That's something I'm dealing with. That's something I'm processing. I'm working on that, and it's through friends like you that I'm facing some of those demons down.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, maybe we should go talk to him and see if we can help out, I guess.
Let's go get him. I think we're gonna come out on top of this one. We always do, you know.
Before we separate, what is our panic word for Viv? What's our signal?
Rope trick.
Okay.
Boy, I could really go for a rope trick right
I
now.
can use 60 feet of rope.
Oh my god. So timely.
Oh, yeah. We can make that happen.
So you guys head out of the tent, and they're not far. The group hasn't gotten far. They're just kind of talking to people out there, and Ayla looks bored. Then she looks around, sees you guys, and she kind of like looks like she's waiting for you to give her the sign of what it is you're doing.
I give her the hang 10.
She nods and throws it back to you. So yeah, these guys are just standing there speaking to townsfolk. How do you approach?
I'll go over and tap Headley on the shoulder. Hey.
He turns around. He says, "Oh, pardon me, sir. I need to speak with." Hold on, just a second.
Who?
Garen, is that you?
If it was me, what do you want to tell me?
As soon as he realizes who you are, he does like a deep bow and he says, "Yes, sir. It's very good to see you. It's very good. This is wow. What an auspicious day. What the other three knights slowly figure it out and they all bow to you as well. He says, "Yes, my champion.
Oh
We're
yeah.
here to bring you home."
For what? I didn't get the. I don't have the Earth Splitter yet. I've been looking very hard.
Roll me.
Still nothing.
You know what? I don't think a deception check matters here. These guys are just very, very by the book. So if you tell them something, I think they just kind of take it as like an.
I'll even look like I'm kind of lying, like shift my eyes off to the side and like.
I don't think it
little-
bothers him so much
Yeah.
what you were doing before. He says, "Look, we need to speak with you urgently. Could we please find a safe place to speak? Perhaps the guard post."
Or Tassles. We could go up to the thing.
Now?
No.
Rope trick.
Rope trick. Yeah. As long as my friends can join me, we can go.
Yes,
check this
yes,
out.
of course, yes. Please, any friends of the champion or friends of ours, please join us at the guard post.
Is Dob around?
We work as a team, so you have to call us all the champions.
Roll me a perception check there, Viv.
Yeah, 22.
He's like hanging, but he's like on the peripheral. Like he's
Could
very.
I kind of signal him to be like,
Yeah, he'll follow, but he's not going to go into the guard post.
okay.
So he like sneaks over. So you guys go over to the guard post. He closes the door. He takes a deep breath, and he just gestures to the chairs around the kind of command center table.
I'd like to spin mine around and have like the back
Lovely.
and front. Kind of pull one of these.
He's the cool substitute teacher.
yeah.
I'm not like other teachers. I'm Clyde Wonderspice.
He moves very close to you, Viv. He's very close to you at this point. He says,
There's certainly a nervous toot as he's that close to me.
he ignores it out of politeness. He says, "After you left to find a way to build the Earth Splitter, Garen, things went on just fine for a while. No one was surprised that you weren't interested in rushing into marriage. You were a young man, after all. But a few years ago, your father began forgetting things. His once razor-sharp mind became dulled by the sands of time, and he lost his grip on reality. Darren and I did our best to keep the Mudslingers strong in your absence, and we began to send out search parties to all of the places in Halwell we thought you might be. As the dementia took hold of your father completely, some in the clan began to get ambitious. There were multiple minor coup attempts, fortunately stomped out before they could cause much harm. But that's when the people of the Torchrock clan came to us with an offer. The Mudslingers are the strongest clan of Hilldorfs in the world, but if we have a rival in strength, it's the Torchrocks. Their king Weston offered to join our clans by marrying his son Gillen to the Princess Isolde and form a new clan, the Torchslingers. The princess has accepted the proposal after many long years in wait, and Darren and I have set
Awesome.
into motion a plan to stop this merger from happening. I came out here myself to find you and bring you home to do your duty and save the Mudslinger clan.
Why doesn't Darren get married?
I'm afraid that isn't possible. Our laws strictly forbid the princess from marrying another Mudslinger while the champion lives. In fact, there is a stone in the crown of the king that shines while the champion draws breath. So unfortunately, there's no use in deception either.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm still busy with my work here. And if you ask me, this is sort of my passion at this point. And, duty to family, if I'm being honest with you right now, is kind of low on the priority list here. And it sounds like maybe Darren could get things. Maybe we'd get a wizard like this guy, my buddy Tassles, take a look at that stone. We'll figure things out. and
You
he
can make
can
that stone do whatever you want.
Yeah. Listen,
That's
listen
a
to him.
confident man.
And then I can go ahead and keep searching for the Earth Splitter, and Darren
What's
can
so
be
what's
king.
so bad about these torch rocks? You know,
They are a very vicious group of people, and their
just like
motivations,
collectively, entirely, just to their core, you guys just hate them. Is that how it is?
their leadership wants to spread the torch rocks across continents. They are a people of conquer
Mm.
and violence and war.
Mm.
We are not interested in joining with them, and there's a large group of us inside the Mudslingers that is trying to get this marriage derailed. And the only way that we can see to do so is to bring back the rightful heir to the throne and have our prince Garen become the king of the Mudslingers and bring peace to the land once again. I understand you have no love for your family. You know, I remember what it was like for you when you were a child. You were misunderstood and you were mistreated, but at the end of the day, you have a hero's blood, a champion's blood. Are you not responsible for your people's well-being? You could stop all this from reaching the shores of any other continent.
Yeah, I guess. What's my history in general, James, on just clans in the area?
So there are like 12 Hildorf clans.
Okay.
Most of them are all kind of small and they keep to themselves. After kind of treaties were signed, there was a lot of politics involved, but your grandfather is the one who brought those treaties in. Your father enforced them with an iron fist. If anybody crossed the line, and he's at multiple times, your father has gone to war with the Torch Rocks.
Okay.
He's stomped them down every time they've gotten rebellious.
So I know that they're an actual problem.
They're like
that
the
could
boogeymen
cause-
for you
Okay.
guys. Like
Yeah.
they're kind of, they use like dark magic. They use kind of whatever means necessary to win their fights. And luckily,
Well, and
you know,
after seeing the havoc that's been wreaked just upon this entire, countryside that we've been seeing, I kind of don't want that happening to the homeland. Even,
yeah, there's an eerie similarity in what's going on with your family
yeah.
and what's happening here in Howell. The leadership is experiencing difficulties and the rest of the nation is suffering for it.
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm back as Vivian outside of talking to James.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing a lot of good here, and there are some really bad people who are making life difficult for all of my friends. And I don't intend to leave them open to attack. But I do want to be able to help you somehow. I'm not going to, I don't plan on going back to take the throne anytime soon. Like I said, I have other stuff to do, but I can try to help stop the marriage if my friends will join me.
He takes a minute and he's kind of just like nodding. And then one of the knights behind him has like a small bird patch sewn into his leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
He moves forward and whispers in Hadley's ear, and Hadley nods again and he says, "The only thing that might work, might change the outcome, beyond returning and marrying the princess, would be to actually find the other half of the Earth Splitter schematics and get it built. If we do that, we'd have a way to keep the Mudslingers in power, and perhaps Darren could seize the crown by popular vote."
You heard about the democracy thing we did at Garrett's Gate, huh?
It's something that we've had in our clans for generations, but we haven't had use for it. We've been so aptly led.
Here's the thing. Here's how I'm hearing this. I feel like this gets some like deep political levels here. What's to stop us from rallying a force and just stomping these torch rocks, you know? We don't need all the politics. Let's get in there and dismantle their situation. Am I right? We got this, guys.
We'll be done by. We'll be
done by dinner.
Right now, the Mudslingers and Torch Rocks would be fighting you as one, as they are about to become merged. So you would be fighting against half the continent of Porth.
And so the only other option is like a bureaucratic, labyrinth that we have to traverse and find the correct answer. Meanwhile, this gal Isolde is just like the key to everything. What's her stance in all this, sir?
Isolde has been left waiting at the altar for 8 years by your friend Garen here.
And she's got nothing better. She's just sitting around wondering what's going on. I think we get in there. We tell Isolde to go have an adventure or something.
Is our friend Viv Garen or Darren?
This is Garen Mudslinger, champion
Okay.
of the Mudslinger people.
This is Vivian French, my friend.
Thank you.
You've changed your name.
I've changed my name. I've changed my outlook on life. I'm feeling good. I've got 2 friends
Your outlook on marriage?
and an
I've
otter.
got 2
2 friends and an otter. It's a fantastic name for a film.
2 friends and an otter.
He looks thoughtful and he says, "Okay, Vivian. Yes, I will call you by the name you prefer. And the reason we've come up with this alternative plan is to keep you from doing the thing you don't want to do. The easiest thing would be to go and marry Isolde and take control of the Mudslingers, but you don't want to do that. So that leaves us the bureaucratic labyrinth. I understand it's not the easiest way, but it might be the way that leaves the most people happy."
Listen, let's go get this device. Let's finish the Earth Splitter. I'll send you on your way. That way I can stay here with my friends and protect this settlement that we've worked so hard to build.
You'll have your doomsday device. Everybody's happy.
He takes out of his pocket a letter and he hands it to you, Viv. And he says, "Your father, in one of his lucid moments, wrote this for you. Now, I wasn't sure whether I would give it to you, knowing your relationship with him the way I do. But I read it. I hope that's not too invasive.
That's a federal
And-
offense.
I think you should read it."
I will read it. I'll open it up.
So the letter says, "Dear Garen Mudslinger, champion of the Mudslinger clan." It's like incredibly formal in the front. And it says,
Party in the back.
"Garen, my second son, pride of my people, champion of the Mudslingers. I was wrong to berate you when you left. I understand why you needed to get away, why you needed to separate yourself from us, why you needed to go out and become your own man. I wasn't ready to accept it then, but I was not the father you needed. Hell, I wasn't the father that did anything for you. I did nothing. But what I've learned in the last few years, as I've come to terms with losing my own identity, is how important that identity becomes. You are a singular person. I've never met another person like you. The way that you can speak with animals and manipulate the magic of nature is something that I didn't appreciate when you were here because I wanted something specific from you. But as the years have gone by and I've lost touch with myself. I've become so proud of the person you are in that you never did. I hope you can forgive me. I love you. And then he signs it, his full name.
Glenn
all of
Danzig.
his many. Glenn Danzig, formerly of the Misfits.
Just imagined your dad this whole time as Glenn Danzig. I don't know why, but it made sense in the moment.
It
I
feels
mean,
right.
he
It does
definitely
feel right.
Glenn Danzig definitely has dementia these days, I think. Too, so.
Big time.
And it's this kind of, touching apology, the acceptance that you never really got from him in his life. It took, the end of his to kind of trigger this moment. And he also takes out a painting, just a small folded up painting of Isolde. And he says, Princess Isolde has become the leader of the Mudslingers, as is her right, as the elected princess of the people. She rules. I am on the council, her council, with your brother Darren. But she is the final word on a lot of these things. We still, even if we get the Earth Splitter, we have to be granted an audience and an appeal from her. But I think it's possible. I think we can do this.
I think we can do this. Let me tell you where I left off. And I'll start describing my knowledge, whatever that may be, of Ferrith's Meadow.
So you don't know anything about Ferrith's Meadow. You've never been there, because I think what happened was you started off here in Howell, learning about things, getting information, doing that kind of investigative work.
And then Rumspringa became 8 years.
I think basically you just were in a small town one day. You were like getting the information, and you just happened upon a stray cat, and it was hurt, and you needed it needed to eat, and you fed it and healed it, and that took weeks. And then you just started this like town to town. You took care of animals, you fed them, you healed them, you took care of pest problems humanely by getting them kind of to where they needed to be, and you just kind of started to become Vivian French over the course of 8 years. And I think that the information that you got was right towards the beginning, and it basically pointed you in the direction of Ferris Meadow. Perhaps you can find answers. Yeah. And that's what you know.
That's it. All right. Well, that's clue number 1. That's all we got. We're looking for Ferrith's Meadow.
So Ferris Meadow is a town south of the mountain range, next to Belnora. So you guys will have to either travel around the mountains or through them.
Through the mountains.
Through the mountains.
We could go through the mines of Moria.
Moria.
Yeah.
My cousin.
Belloc.
Speak,
go.
friend, and enter.
I'm ready for an adventure. Let's get through this
Yeah.
mountain, boys. Are we in or what?
We're going through the mountains. Let's go through the mountains.
All right. I mean, it'll save you a ton of time. Let me just give you just a quick map. Just a quick map.
Just a quick one.
Something you just threw together.
I gotta take you on a journey. Take you on a quick journey. So this is the map of Howell.
Okay.
It's a little rough, but Ferrith Meadow is like you can kind of see south of the mountains. You have to go. You guys are up like here.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go south through the mountains or around them by way of Garrett's Gate or Belnora, or you can just go straight through. I don't think any of you have actually traveled through the mountains, but there is a pass. Like you don't have to go underground. There is a mountain pass that goes through a fortress town. So you guys kind of understand that it's not way more dangerous, but it's, that the world has been a lot less safe and there's a lot less population and control over the roads on the way
Sure.
through there. So it is like it's not wildly more dangerous, but it is definitely not as safe.
But I have level 3 spells now, so
So Hadley stands and he says, very well, we will accompany you to investigate these rumors and claim this relic wonder for the Mudslinger clan. Our ship is in the port of Followill, and we can use it to return home to restore our people to power and free you from your obligations as champion.
yeah.
And he just, without another word, just walks out of the guard post.
Okay.
And the man sitting behind him just kind of laughs and shakes his head, and he says, all right.
Do we lose
Let's
James?
Party. And he
Thanks.
walks out and follows Headley out.
Hold.
The other two follow suit pretty quickly.
What just
What's
happened
that?
there?
You froze for a second, James,
What's
so
that
we
say?
lost a bit.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, no. What was the last thing you heard?
You said the guy behind him shakes his head.
Oh, he shakes his head and he just says, all right, let's party. And he just stands up and follows Headley out. And the other two just kind of follow suit. You see them get on their horses and they're just waiting for you guys outside.
Oh,
Viv, does this feel good to you?
listen, I didn't like my position growing up, but if I can get rid of my obligation and hang here with you guys and work on something that I believe in, then I think this is something worth doing.
It'll be a clean
Man.
break, is what you're saying.
If this is going to help give you some closure, I think this is maybe a strong move, and I'm happy to go with you. But from where I'm standing, I don't think you actually have any real obligation here. This guy rolls in and starts telling you all the stuff you need to do. I don't know.
I don't know, it's
I don't know
not
if I buy
it's not so much about what I need to do for my family there, it's for the people of the continent.
Mm.
It's like this red company here taking over. That's what would happen. So if there's anything we can do to prevent that from happening over there, it's going to be huge. The good fight.
Let's
The good
rest up,
fight.
and we should probably let Ayla know that her star players will not be here.
Ayla's just like hanging out outside, just waiting for this meeting to be done.
Pull Bash and Tan off the pine. They're starting tonight.
Yeah, they've been riding pine too long.
So you guys are leaving, huh?
Well, it seems there is dwarven drama to deal with.
Not the first time. Certainly not the last time. You
Ayla,
say it at the same time and she just kind of ribs you.
listen, I think we're going to try to wrap this thing up pretty quick, though, is my understanding. We'll come back with some loot, some treasures and whatnot, and we'll be back by dinner, I'm sure.
Well, as you can see, our forces were greatly bolstered today by this kind of very timely crew of reinforcements. So, I mean, we're about as safe as we've ever been. I think if you were going to go, now is the time. Just send word if you need anything. We'll try and help if we can.
I
Are
summoned my
we about
horse,
to rest and leave
Churro.
in the morning? Is that what the game plan is?
It's like early morning.
It
You
is
guys
the
just
morning, yeah.
woke up. Yeah. So you guys are pretty well rested. This is
Ah.
taken kind of, let's say it's like 10 a.m., give or take. All this excitement.
So we just go?
I think we should just go.
Hit it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You guys jump on your horses and, just like that, you're riding right back out of the settlement and on roads less traveled. You are not taking a road to get to the mountains. You are going through the hillside. You guys make really good time on your way down. It takes you the whole day to get about halfway towards the mountains. You see them looming. They start to grow in front of you. Um, these like massive peaks. The range goes for miles and miles. Um, and you guys get to the end of a day, and you see that there's this beautiful river now alongside you that seems to be running from the mountain. Um, and the four knights jump off their horses and they say, Headley says, well, this is as good a place as any to make camp. We'll take watch over the night, the four of us. Why doesn't everybody get some rest? And we will eat a little meal, and we'll get going in the morning, first light.
What do you
Dwarves
dwarves
are
eat?
extremely efficient.
Yeah.
You see, they're like already three other guys are already sitting down against their bed rolls, and they just are eating jerky and like rations out of their bags.
Hey, buddy,
could I
what kind of
forage?
jerky is that?
Yes, well,
Go
oh,
for it.
I've got a venison jerky, and some of the other rations in here. I've got some fruit, some dried fruits, and dried vegetables. What I could share with you if you'd like, if you're hungry.
That'd be awesome, and I am.
He tosses you a piece of venison jerky.
I'd like to forage if possible for a little something fresh.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a nature check or a survival check, whichever one you'd like.
Bing, bang, bang, bang. Nature's going to be 15.
Yeah, you find some nice fresh mushrooms, whitecaps.
Cool.
So you guys are just
James,
go
I
ahead.
meant to write
Yes.
down the info of the boots of the bulette from
but you
last
didn't.
session that I got.
But you
Well, you're
didn't,
gonna
did you?
wrap it up or do it early. I didn't. Do you
Yeah,
have
sure.
that?
Somewhere, yeah. We dig it out.
I also don't need it right now, but in case we get into a situation where those statistics help me, the only thing I have is that my base speed went up to 40, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I can jump or some shit. Like I can standing jump.
Yes, so they're lavender scaled leather boots with 3 claws on each. Movement becomes 40 feet. You gain the standing leap ability, and you gain a once per day ability called Deadly Leap, which is a DC 16 strength or dex check. Or they take 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning and 2d6 plus 4 slashing damage and are knocked prone. Success takes half and doesn't get knocked prone.
2d6 4 plus 4 slashing and bludgeoning.
Yeah, so it's like 4d6 plus 8.
Wow.
That's once per day.
Once per day.
I would like to whip out the goblet of fine drink to accompany my mushrooms. Take it down.
Great. It heals you.
Pass it around. Anybody else want some magic wine?
Yep.
No.
I would. This jerky was very dry, and I'm now thirsty.
One
So-
sec. Just got to look at something real quick.
Do I know this is magic wine, or am I just accepting wine offered by?
You know it's magic wine because we've used it once before to heal. I'm just drinking it to have some wine.
I'd like some of that magic wine that you have over there.
It
Great,
fills
yeah.
itself up.
You guys drink you drink some very delicious wine. It heals you. It heals your soul. It's very delicious. So you guys are bunkered in for the night. You guys go to sleep. You wake up. No problems. The knights watched over you guys while you slept, and now your day is traveling alongside this beautiful river.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you catch sight, Viv, of Dob, in the river, just kind of floating on his back, cracking some shells.
Give him a
eating
little
some
hang ten.
river mollusks.
Make sure everything's cool.
River mollusk.
Yeah, he's very excited. You guys continue down this road. I'm going to go ahead and bring you there. And down
Can't
this
find the standing leap
road.
ability, James.
I'll find it.
Okay,
for
we can
you.
do this later. I just may need to jump. You know.
If you find, yeah. So the knights are taking the lead, and you guys are going down this road. The river is to your left.
Mm.
You're in this beautiful forested area.
That's a lovely map.
I'm gonna have everybody. Oh yeah, it really is,
Look
and
at
I'll
this thing.
shout out. I think the map creator in the old Discord at some point in the next few days. Everybody make a perception check.
Yeah. What's an 18 get me? Tom's got big money over there.
23.
Ooh.
That's a 12 for me.
Okay, an 18, a 23, and a 12. Clyde, you're the only one who hears it. The knights don't seem to notice it, but there is a rustle on the ridge to your right.
Is this a
hear-
nefarious ruffle?
You hear something that does not sound like a natural rustle in the foliage. And you see, and you're able to kind of stop the other guys, but you see the knights keep going, and you watch as 4 men in black, hoods, long cloaks, they jump from the ridge down onto the knights on horseback, and they attack.
Am I able to take a reaction like
You-
attack or something, having spotted them?
You won't be surprise attacked by them.
Oh,
That
okay.
is what you get, and you saved your comrades from also suffering the same fate.
Nice.
Okay.
You guys stay back here. Let these chumps keep walking.
I think you basically instinctively throw your hand up. I don't even think you have
I
time
think
to
maybe I
really
reacted by saying
explain what's
rope
going
trick.
on.
Maybe I yelled rope trick and it meant nothing to these guys, but we
Yeah.
halted.
Right.
Rope trick.
That
What?
makes an awful lot of sense.
I just found out my laptop doesn't have an Ethernet port. So
So these 4 guys jump out.
Okay.
That's awesome.
What's that cable going to be for? That's what I want to know.
for hanging mice.
No, please no. Before we jump into combat here, I'm going to grab another drink.
Yeah.
Take 2.
Well-
Take 1.
Take 2.
I'm here.
Take 2.
You stay. I'm gonna go.
It's
use-
me, I'm
use the
here.
boys' room.
I'm figuring out which 8 animals.
Dude, who has the bag of tricks and who's using it?
It's Mike. It's always Mike.
He needs to try it this time, this
It's-
combat.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm just looking through this list of creatures to summon, and I just don't know what to pick. It's a good thing we
Um,
took this break so I can figure this part out.
I just want to let Notchki know that I did in fact forget the broom.
Where is
Rupert,
the broom?
stop it.
Well, I would assume you brought the broom with you, right? Like
I wasn't
most
wearing the broom.
Well, if we're getting on a horse to go
Rupert.
travel somewhere,
Rupert,
you would
stop
bring
it.
something with you, you know? If we're
I-
going on an adventure.
You
An
know what?
adventure.
I'm sticking to it because, Notch, I think you have the right idea. Because when we left, as soon as we left, and he said that we were like going down the road. In my head, I said, "Oh shit, I haven't like thought about the broom," and just that makes me think that he did
Sure.
in fact forget it. That I did in
Sure.
fact forget it.
Oh,
What happened?
to answer you, Zyphan, we cracked our packs. I know there's Tom. Tom is telling Zyphan we cracked our packs, but haven't built and played yet. We haven't had time to get together.
I
to
did.
Play. No.
I built and I ran a game against another friend of mine who had a pre-release set. So I picked the Lorehold one, Zyphan, and it was pretty sick. But I feel like I got like no big like bombs. Like I have really good rares, but they are all 4 mana drops, and there's like no way to handle any creature larger than like a 5/5. So I mean, it's I don't know. It could be good. There's a large, window that it just loses to. Like, what is the green black color combination called? Trying to remember.
Golgari.
Well, Golgari typically, but this one, Witherbloom.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh, okay.
So Witherbloom, I know, has some just like big old creatures. Like the Demagoth is like an 11/10 demon. I have no way to address that. So, that's where I'm at. That being said, I think it's a pretty solid mid-rangey sealed deck, and I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to run it.
Yeah, I'm ready to play some Magic with you guys.
Have you got any Teddy Grams for Walter?
Walter loves Teddy Grams. I already gave him one, and so now he's just being a beggar. Walter, sit.
I am trying to
Good
convince
job.
our
Can you
guest
shake?
next
Walter,
week
shake.
to use a subclass out of Tasha's, though. I was reading through that too, so hopefully they'll heed my warnings.
Will you guys do me a favor and roll
Yes. Initiative. Yes. 15.
Dude, that's a big one right there.
Wow.
I'm gonna leisurely. I noticed them and then I relaxed, seeing that they were no threat to me.
But you said rope trick, so I was ready.
I was just so ready to say rope trick that I actually was like not prepared for battle.
So I got a 20 total.
Wow.
That's gonna be an 8. It's gonna be an 8 for me.
So 20 for Tassels, 8 for Clyde. And what'd you get, Viv?
15.
Great.
Yes. James, I'm going to summon 8 creatures. I want you to know ahead of time.
Oh, God. They'll all attack on one initiative.
Okay.
Dob is going to roll initiative.
Dude, you have to use your bag of tricks this combat, Mike.
He's just a witch riding a broom with a bag of tricks, tossing things out.
That's the juicy stuff right there. That's the good stuff.
So you guys watch as 2 of the assassins just take down the 2 nameless knights. Just like immediately kill them.
Oh,
just drop down from the ridge. Just
Okay.
like stab them in the necks. And like you can tell their blades are just kind of glistening green in the sunlight. And just kills the 2 of them there. The Headley brings up his sword in time to block. He didn't necessarily notice them, but he's always kind of on guard. And this other guy with the bird on his armor, he also is able to avoid the attack. So he seems okay. That takes us to the top of the order. The first assassin is going to attack Headley again. He misses. He's going to attack the second time. So he's going to hit on that one.
Who attacks? Stinkers.
Stinkers.
These guys are kind of nasty. I'll just tell you right now.
That's nasty.
These
Oh,
guys
that's
are
nasty.
nasty. These guys
Walter
are
just
nasty.
hears the
Oh
Teddy
my
Graham
God.
bag and is summoned.
4D6.
Papa, a Teddy Graham.
No more telegrams for you, Walter.
He wants to make a DC. He makes it 12 plus 13. 28. You see, he takes 30 damage. Headley.
Oh my.
He's looking okay. It doesn't seem to have really hit him hard, but you can see like the sneak attack damage. There's poison damage. He just he got his one blade up. The guy comes through with another blade. Just digs it in his rib cage. Yes.
If I may, I am a hill dwarf. Hill dwarves have advantage against poison, and we naturally resist poison.
He resisted it, but he still took half.
Okay, got it. I didn't know how that worked, mostly for me, too, just if these guys are coming at it.
If I may.
If I may.
I'm pretty sure you just get an advantage on saving throws against it, right?
Yeah.
Or do you just take half of half?
It says advantage against poison, resist poison. So 2 separate things.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so that you'll take half of half damage if you succeed against it.
Rad.
Yeah, so you'll take a quarter damage. So that Tassles, you're up next. You see these guys got the better of these knights, and the assassins are now in front of you.
This one with the crossbow is one of them too.
Mm-hmm.
1.
He just killed one of the knights.
2, 3, 4.
So this guy here in the red cape is the knight with the bird on his.
Got it. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
All right.
I'm so friggin' ready.
Get physical.
I'm gonna squeeze up between these two. 5'10", come up behind this fella.
Yes, sir.
And grab him with shocking grasp.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit him.
Grippy lips.
What did you call me?
You're gonna feel my foot.
Okay. Oh, cheers. Okay. I think it's just +5, so
yeah, he's not wearing metal armor, so you don't get advantage.
Okay.
So you come up and he just kind of jerks out of the way.
That jerk.
You're a jerk.
He goes, I know.
Jeff.
This assassin's gonna attack this guy here. He's gonna take 2 attacks. He hits on both, and he's acting before him, so he's gonna deal just so much damage. Good lord, just so much.
Do we need to be concerned with these guys here?
I would say that these guys are a little tougher than your average dudes. Oh boy. Okay. 8, 10, 15, 18, 24, 29. Oh god.
Oh.
He takes
Chill.
34 damage. He looks pretty bad.
Sorry, guys.
It's
Jesus.
okay. He takes a bunch of damage, but he is still standing.
Yeah.
Headley's gonna go next. Headley just turns towards this assassin and he just shouts, "Hurrah!" And he comes down. He's gonna take 2 attacks with his great sword. Hits with both. Great sword does. So he'll do 46 of damage. Very good. Okay, 11, 16, 17 plus 6 is 23. He just like slashes this guy across the chest for 23 damage. He seems to be gaining the upper hand against this assassin. Viv, you're up next.
Here we go. I would like to summon 8 giant poisonous snakes.
Yes.
And
yes, dude.
I will position them. I have 60 feet of range, so I would like to strategically position them on either side, 2 on either side of each bad guy. to give each snake advantage on their attack, please.
They don't have like pack instincts or anything, so they won't get advantage.
Okay, but I'll still surround each one, like front to back. One's in the front, one's in the back.
There are 8 of them.
There are 8 of them. 8 giant poisonous snakes.
All right, roll me 8. Like, they're just gonna bite, right? That's what they're gonna do.
Well, yeah, they're just. I cast them in my turn, so I don't know when you want them to attack. I guess
They can go right now. You just go ahead and roll 8 d20s for them.
I'm picturing 8 Ekans. Is that? But
But-
I've been playing a lot of
but
Pokemon.
Very
Snap.
accurate.
but a
Very
medium-sized Ekans, medium-sized
Yeah.
creature.
Like way too big.
What's that do for you? Oh, and then there it's plus 6 to
4,
hit.
6. Oh my goodness. So anything that's a 9 or above hits. So all of them but one hit.
Cool. Okay.
So they're attacking one guy, right?
No, 2 are attacking each person, since there are 4 bandits.
I
2
understand.
attack guy
Okay.
1, 2. Yeah.
We'll say bandit 3 gets hit once. So roll.
It's 1d4 plus 4 piercing. Sorry.
Which guy are you attacking, Zach? I had to step out for just a second.
All of them. He's literally attacking all of them.
I summoned 8 giant snakes, and 2 snakes are attacking each person.
That's awesome.
So I'll just go down the list here, right? So it's 1d4 plus 4. So each guy, 3 of
I'm gonna have them all make their Constitution saving throws. Just one each.
Yes, they have to beat 11.
So one assassin 1 fails. Everyone else passes.
So the poison damage is 3d6. So no matter what, do they take poison? Oh, they'll take poison from each snake.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna have you do is just
Okay.
roll 3d6, and then they'll take
Double that, or
half.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll take, because it's like the same poison, so it's like, so they'll take 10 or 5 depending on if they. So assassin 1 takes 5. Everybody else takes 10 poison damage.
Okay, and then the actual bite. The first guy, we'll just go down the line. You said one of them, only one attack failed.
Yeah.
So that's just going to be the last one. So what we'll do is the first guy takes how much?
So I see 3 plus 4 is
So-
7.
so yeah,
So the
a
first person will
7.
take 7.
Yep, plus the poison. The next guy takes 8 plus the poison. The next guy takes 9 plus the poison, and then the last guy takes whatever. Oh no, sorry, plus 8 for each one. I'm sorry, everyone. This is convoluted.
I'm confused. How much damage are you dealing to everyone, Zach?
Each snake is a d4 plus 4. So my 2d4 should be adding 8 each time. So sorry. 11, then 12, then 13. And then the last guy only takes, we'll just take the one there, takes 5 damage of biting.
All of a sudden, these assassins like are not confident. They all look pretty beat up by these snakes.
And then I will use my bonus action to summon Totem Spirit Bear, and everybody around us in this little aura, the bear's gonna go wherever there's freaking space for him. Gains 10 health. Everybody around us has 10
Just draw me
temporary
a
hit
square
points.
where you want that, real quick.
Yeah, you just put him here. That'll hit all of us. It's a 30-foot aura from right here. So I'll just draw a little something.
All right.
So everyone has
Uh,
10 temporary, and then those our 2 friends do as well.
Nice.
How many temporary hit points?
10. And you have advantage on strength checks and saves.
All right. So this guy in the red cape, he's gonna attack the assassin next to him, which is assassin 4, who is looking pretty bad.
Get him.
He's gonna take 2 attacks with his greatsword. He hits with one,
What?
What?
Hold on.
What happened?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Got you now.
I just got disconnected for a second. Sorry about that.
IT&D.
IT&D. That's nice.
10 damage to this assassin.
Uh,
Assassin 2 is going to come forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Stop
He's going to
that,
come up
Tom.
and attack you, Clyde. He's acting before you. He's got a 20 and a 23 to hit.
Those will hit me. Truly, they will.
All right. He's going to deal sneak attack damage. Roll me a constitution saving throw.
Damn. He's sneak attacking me, huh?
Yeah, he just has
How's that for you?
advantage against you. That's a nat 20.
You better believe it is.
You're
Wowee.
still going to take half.
I flex my abs at the last second.
You really Houdini'd it. Don't give yourself a hernia, Clyde.
Yeah, it's too late. He busts out a hernia in a
I
big way.
popped a hernia.
Someone give me a hernia gurney. I gotta get out of
Popped
here.
a pectoral.
You're going to take 38 damage as you are struck by both knives.
Holy shit.
These guy hits you with 2 daggers. You feel like the poison, you're able to beat it back mostly, but it still deals some damage. And this guy's just like stuck you underneath the ribs with both of his blades up to the hilt. It's a lot of damage, my guy.
Yikes. Okay.
But only 28 because you got 10 temporary on top of the
And
whole deal.
Clyde,
Pretty good.
it is your turn now.
Okay. This guy has been hit. Who's right in front of me, right?
Big time.
Because they all got snaked.
Mhm.
This guy's a dumb idiot, and I hate that I wasted my nat 20 on a Constitution save.
Yeah.
I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark. Can I both Hunter's Mark and Favored Foe on him?
I believe they're both bonus actions. You can take 1 bonus action per round.
Okay, got it. Well, we'll put the Hunter's Mark on him. I will mark him. And I'm
He's
going to
been
attack him.
Marked.
Yep. And I get 2 attacks. So the first one is going to be a 27 to hit.
Yes. that absolutely hits him. No question. So you want to
Okay.
see how this one does before you take another shot
I mean, I'll
at
just
him?
take the. I think. Well, I guess if he's looking that bad,
No,
should I
I mean,
do
this
damage
guy
first?
looks okay.
then I'll just go ahead and attack both. I imagine I'm shooting them so quickly that the outcome won't deter me from taking both shots.
Copy that.
The cold rhythm. Sweet. It's gonna be a 24.
That also hits, believe it or not. Go ahead
Nice.
and roll double damage
Sweet.
on all of the effects thereof.
And I think actually, now that I had the level up, that's supposed to be a plus 10. So I actually think it's 25. I haven't adjusted those weapon things. Doesn't matter.
because
I
your
hit 'em.
proficiency goes up, yeah.
Yeah. So I need to add plus 1 to all those to hits. But anyway, we'll start by doing damage. So it's going to be a D10 plus 5. Okay, so that's going to be 12 plus, because he's blooded and Colossus Slayer, that'll be the D8. So 12 plus 1, so 13 plus a D6. Okay, so 16 damage on hit number 1.
Okay, go ahead and roll hit number 2.
Sweet. D10 plus 5 is 10 plus a D8. 12 plus a D6. 13.
So a total of
That's
20
a total of 13.
26.
13 plus 16, 29.
29. You just like quickly fire 2 bolts into this guy, and the force of your magical crossbow just
Mhm.
sends him flying, and he just lands flat on his face. Arrows pushed through the back.
Okay. Do I get a
Okay.
move action now too?
You may take a move action.
Okay. I would like to just run right up. Actually, can I jump as the move action? Can I get up on? I don't know what my standing jump is looking like. Maybe this is too complex. I can't like jump up on this ridge, can I? What do my boots get me?
What do my boots get me?
Otherwise, I'll just run up right in front of him. Maybe that's easier, intimidatingly so.
Dude,
Basically, your jump distance is tripled.
But it doesn't say anything about height, but it's like, okay, so intimidatingly as possible. I'd like to jump forward and place my shiny lavender scaled boots on his chest
Yes.
as he's prone before me.
Roll me an intimidation or performance, whichever one you feel is.
Neither of them will be good, but let's go. Okay, sick. That's plus 0 for charisma, so that's a 2.
You do exactly that, and no one
They are like
seems
booties.
to, no one seems to notice that you
Dude,
did
Because
that.
I'm a
I'll
gnome,
throw
they're like,
some props though. I'm in the back. Nice boots, dude.
they're like little child booties. Like, have you ever seen like the baby-sized Converse, like Chuck Taylors?
Yeah.
That's like what I have.
Yeah, you stay down there.
yeah. That's essentially what Clyde has going on right now.
But in a southern accent.
That's right.
This guy is gonna turn around and face you, Tassels.
That's me.
He's gonna take his full.
I came over here
attack
and I
against you.
tried to shock and grasp this guy, and then in a panic, I just sort of stood there for a while, trying to glare at him.
Are you chuffing at least?
I got a 15.
I haven't chuffed yet.
Yeah.
I got a 15 and a 19.
Let me tell you about both of those hits.
All right.
They're
You're
both
gonna-
coming through.
I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You know what? I have advantage on Constitution saving throws because I am a warcaster.
Dude,
Give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
big time. Big time money.
12 plus 3, my friend. That's a
Oh,
15.
thank God. That is exactly what you needed.
Oh,
All right.
God. Okay.
We're going to deal half damage. So you're going to take 12 poison damage from each one. So that's 24 poison damage.
Oh.
And you'll take 7 damage from the daggers. So you'll take 31 damage altogether.
Thank you for adding that up because that's some easy math when you have 32 hit points.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Tassels is at 1 hit point.
Now I chuff.
Your heads up display is blinking red.
That's
for
right.
sure.
And I kind of chuff and spit out a little blood and say, "Who are you?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
I would.
I would please.
Where are you?
He starts
Dob,
singing
you son of a
POD at
bitch.
you. We are, youth of
Oh,
the nation.
Dob appears.
Dob jumps
Oh my God.
Out from the river.
Get him, Dob.
Dob
Get him,
appears.
Dob.
His first turn was getting up over the ridge. He's gonna attack this assassin.
He's talking about booties. He's got some little arms.
Dude.
thought you were gonna talk about his butt.
That's gonna
No.
hit.
Talking
He's
about
got a
booty,
little
he's
butt.
got the peach.
He just runs up and just scratches this guy's back. The assassin looks alarmed. He is looking pretty bad. But it is his turn. He's just going to take another attack on Headley here. He's going to take 2 attacks. One will hit, the other will miss. He's going to deal... Okay, so he'll take half of half, so he'll take 6 plus 6. That's 12 damage to our boy Headley. Tassels, you're up.
Take him down, baby.
You gonna do it?
Okay.
You got what
Okay.
it takes?
All
You
right.
gonna
So this guy has
do
basically
it?
been like untouched this entire time. Is that correct?
No. The snakes messed him up pretty good.
Oh, the snakes, of course.
He's dealing with some snake problems right now, currently.
Everybody's got him. Everybody wants him.
I really kind of have to get out of this situation. And I would love to cast web on him. And so that's just going to be
A dex
dex
save?
save to see if it holds him.
Okay.
How did he do?
Very well, unfortunately.
Okay.
He rolled an 18 on die, and he's a rogue. So
Oh, daddy.
he's got
Okay.
a 25.
I think Tassels is gonna have to think about his whole life here. Am I gonna be able to disengage and run away?
You can disengage, but you can't run away.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna back away slowly. I'm
Chuffing.
gonna disengage by 5 feet, spitting a little blood as I go, continually saying, "Who are you?"
He looks around like, hey, didn't you just ask me that?
Who are you?
Did I break you? What happened? So after you chuff at this guy, you watch as the assassin who's fighting the knight in the red cape, he takes a step back. He casts Dispel Magic on your summon. Zach, all of your snakes disappear. And then he also disappears.
Damn.
Up. That brings us to Headley. Headley's going to take another attack on this first assassin. He's going to take 2 attacks. He hits, he kills him. He turns around. He goes like back to back with the other knight, the only other surviving knight. They're kind of like guarding each other here because they're both hurting. Viv, you're up.
While Tassels disengages, I will engage.
Great.
If I can go right here, actually.
You may.
And I will cast Hex on this man.
And you do.
And
That's a
I
bonus action. Right?
do. Yes, bonus action. And his disadvantage will be Constitution.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with the shillelagh.
Give me an attack roll, my guy.
Cool. Will a 22 hit?
A 22?
Yes.
Wait, what's the 8 here?
I roll with advantage because we are flanking. So I took the
Oh,
16.
because you're on the other side with, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yes, that will hit. Go ahead and roll damage on this guy with your shillelagh.
Bing, bang, bong. That's going to be 7 shillelagh and another 4 hex damage to him.
So 11.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's still standing. Looking a little worse for wear, though. This guy with the red cape is just going to turn around. He's going to follow your lead. He's going to use the advantage. That's 1 hit. And that's a crit. Baby.
Yes, sir.
So he hits twice. 1's a crit. So he gets to roll all the d6 this time. 7, 13. Yeah, he just you back this guy up with the shillelagh into this dwarven knight who just turns around and just cuts through him with his greatsword, just kills him, wipes him off the map.
Meanwhile, Clyde is just tap dancing on this man.
It is Clyde's turn.
This guy didn't get a turn in between that to stand up or anything in front of me? Not that I want that, but didn't he get a turn first, technically?
This guy here?
Yeah.
There are 3 assassins left.
So
there's 2 left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he
One
had
of them-
attacked me last time, and then I went after him in turn order. And I don't think he's gone yet because he's still prone, and I'm still giving him the booties.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he was in the order. There were 4. I crossed off 1. He died. 2
Mhm.
died as well. You killed him.
I'm happy to go, but if he needs to take a turn.
Didn't you kill the guy? Hold on.
You didn't say that, but it's possible I did because Clyde's a baller. He does that kind of shit all the time.
I was pretty sure the guy that you shot at, if this is the guy you shot at, he died.
Oh, you said he fell prone or he fell. I
Oh
didn't
no,
know
you
he-
shot him twice in the chest, and he just like flew backwards.
Oh,
with the
you're
force of it
dancing
and
on his
fell and died.
corpse.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
dead.
you said. Oh, I
Oh.
didn't realize that. I
Oh, so
thought
there's
because
just
you had
one
to roll
left.
the intimidate, and you said he didn't care.
Because he was
That
dead.
was the other. Everybody else. I thought you were trying to intimidate the other.
I was
people
unclear.
around you.
I didn't realize he was dead because he was still on the map and laying there. So I was like trying to intimidate a dead man, which makes sense why my roll was so poor.
I didn't delete him. That's on me. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
There's one guy left, and you don't know where he is.
Well, okay. In that case, can I roll perception?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Ooh.
Okay. It's gonna be a 23 to perceive.
What's his stealth? You don't see him.
I run to where I saw him last. Would I have noticed him? Like he was over here, right?
Yes. You see signs that he scrambled up the ridge, but you don't see where he is.
Okay. Well, I run over here, and maybe I attempt to climb up this ridge.
All right, give me a climb check. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics, whichever's
'Kay.
better for you.
That's gonna be a 20.
You make it up very easily.
Nice.
You don't see a sign of him.
Great. That's my turn.
Dob is going to cast Fairy Fire.
Classic Dobbs stuff.
You see that this guy was completely hidden to you, Clyde, and then he just lights up. He's like in the tree in front of you. He just
Nice.
like lights up. So he's just like his outline
Well, that son of a
is
bitch.
there. Tassels.
Okay. So he's lit up, so that means that I can see him.
You can see him, yeah.
I can see this where he is, so I'm going to cast the cantrip create bonfire under his feet.
He's in a tree currently.
The tree
Is the
is now
bonfire.
ablaze.
Oh boy.
Let me just check out some language on create bonfire. I've clearly looked this up 100 times already. Like the most
it is bookmarked.
ridiculous fucking cantrip I've ever seen.
Create
Oh,
bonfire.
did you know that when you reach 5th level, the damage increases to 2d8?
That's
I thought it would also
Dang
summon a
right.
6-pack of Coors khaki. You know?
yeah.
Classic banquet.
Yeah.
So he has to succeed on a dexterity saving throw. He is also in a tree. I'm going to give him disadvantage. He fails.
Oh, love that.
So he takes what, 2d8?
Well, he's in a tree that's on fire as well.
Yeah, he's going to take 2d8 and he's going to be in a tree that's on fire.
That's 9 damage.
2d8 is pretty good for a cantrip.
Yeah.
It
pretty
gets, I mean, once you get to level 5, everything you have gets better for the most part.
Yeah, my produce flame goes up to 2d8. Pretty exciting.
What is this guy going to do? He's the last one left.
He's on fire.
He's going to just drop down. And he can't even sneak attack you because you know where he is because of the fairy fire. So he's just going to try and poison you to death here, Clyde.
Okay.
He's going to take 2 attacks. One will miss. The other one is a 24.
Yep, that'll hit.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's going to be a 16.
That succeeds. So he will deal half of this damage to you.
Okay.
You'll take 12 poison damage. And 6 damage. So that's 18 damage altogether.
Okay, I'm down.
He brings you down.
Uh-oh.
So he's like here. He jumps down next to Clyde. He's no longer in the burning tree. Headley's turn. He's just gonna try and revive his buddies who are dead. He just doesn't know they're gone yet. Viv.
I will, as the bonus action, move my hex from the man that just died to the last guy standing.
Love it.
And I'm going to produce flame, toss some fire his way.
All right, roll
Some
the hit.
more fire. Sorry, Mike. Not to take away from your bonfire. Do you think that a 25 would hit?
It does. If you can believe it.
I could believe this much. He's going to take 9 fire damage and then 6 hex damage.
I will tell you, he had 9 hit points. So you just like immolate this dude. You hear him scream, and he like Wilhelm screams off of the side of the ridge and dies in a burning pile.
I will run up to stabilize Clyde.
Nice.
Are you just stabilizing him, or are you going to heal him?
I just filled my pocket full of good berries, if you can believe it. I cast that, and I pop a good berry in the boy's mouth, and I'll see if I can pop good berries in the other guys' mouths.
You'll have to work the jaw for me. I'm unconscious.
Chew, Clyde, chew.
That pops you back up, Clyde, at 1 hit point.
Nice. I'm back, baby.
Can I good berry the other dwarves, or are they gone?
They're gone. They were poisoned.
Dang. I'll toss a good berry to Dob.
I kind of am looking at the burning tree with a bit of regret, realizing that I probably shouldn't have started a forest fire.
Could I use my cantrip Druid Craft to slowly make a rain cloud to put it out?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And as the rain falls from your druid cloud, putting out the fire on this burning tree, the corpses of assassins and knights alike, that's where we'll end our session for the evening.